Warriors, come out to play. 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 Warriors, come out to play.
This is Nick Jordan with Weekend Warriors here on Saturday night at Punk Rock Night, and the Vibe Rollers are in there fucking tearing it up. Let's go in and check it out.
Hey, it's Ben Roth. I can't make court. Tried to call Bull at least 1,000 times. Sure, you've already heard about it. Chopped litter is a fucking bitch. All I have to do is answer the fucking phone and they would know last minute shit came up. I can't make it. Don't worry. We'll get our fucking $20. Fucking bastards. Not one of you can answer your fucking phones. Fuck you. Fuck all of you.
We are live. Welcome to Weekend Warriors. Almost said weekend wrap up there, but it's Weekend Warriors now. Let's fucking go. Shared the story on Facebook about why we changed the name, but Shep and I and Dennis, Tight Like a Tiger, were doing this puppet show in Cincinnati. And while we were doing the interview part of it, John was like, oh, because they asked what we're going to do this year, shows we've got coming up. And Shep was like, we'll probably be trying to do the Weekend Warrior thing. We've tried to do weekend touring or whatever. And for whatever reason, when he said it, as soon as he said it, I was like, why didn't we call this show Weekend Warriors? It's so fucking good. And so I was thought about it for a few days and hit up Shep and was like, "Man, I really like feel strongly about this. What do you think?" And he was like, "Oh, I think it's fucking great." So, yeah, it's Weekend Warriors now. We'll pretty much be doing the same thing, but yeah, I think it rolls off the tongue nicely.
Hell yeah.
So, oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, hey, doing what we do though, we're going to tell you about some shows that happened over the weekend or this last week, and then usually we have a guest, and I know you guys saw that Jordan was supposed to be here today, but that's not happening. So what we're going to do is kind of a special episode here, a little something different, but we'll get to that. First, let's tell you about these shows that happened over the week. And the first show we were at, so we'll have a video of this, but Daikaiju, Milk Toast, and DUI played. And man, at Long Shot, that was a fucking just such a blast. And with what Daikaiju does with the fire and shit, man, like that place was pandemonium. It was crazy. And like you end up with dude up on the bar, fucking symbol on fire and shit.
Hell yeah.
And at one point, our friends, Mr. Clinton, the Pink Cigarettes, like, you know, there's always this part where Daikaiju will like pass off the instruments to other people. And yeah, sure enough, like all three, Davey and Asia and Abby got up there and were the ones that they like, I don't know. It was so much fun. Much fun. So most of you guys probably know Daikaiju by now. Like they're fucking
shout
awesome,
out to
and
Jenny
they've been
B
coming
and
through.
Long Shot for putting that show together.
Yeah.
So,
It was, and all the bands. We've got some other videos. Hopefully we'll get them at some point. We want to kind of do a catch up and throw some videos at you that we've got that just we don't have time to get into the show today. But we do have the Daikaiju video. So Shep, fucking roll that shit.
hell yeah. Get it up right.
Right now. Was that not fucking awesome, bro?
Hell yeah.
And I did want to say thank you and kind of draw attention to the fact, like, and I'm not just saying this because she's my girlfriend and I'm in love with her, but Ashley Taylor is shooting like almost all these videos that we show on the show, on this show specifically. And yeah, I really appreciate. I think the videos are always fucking great and on point. Shep's edits the shit and puts some cool shit over it and whatnot.
And make sure, you know, we make sure that whoever provides video, like Ashley's basically like, I mean, first and foremost, I should probably be on camera at this point, right?
Yeah, you're talking an awful lot.
Yeah. Ashley should definitely be noticed for, you know, number one, caretaker of two little boys that like to make podcasts. And then number two, like does such an amazing job of taking photos and doing videography. And, you know,
and helping me get these fucking notes together
yeah.
and getting the flyers over in a fucking like total producer credit goes to Ashley for the show.
Absolutely.
And, so yeah, just sometimes I want to stop and say thank you and make sure she gets a little love for that. So
Amen. And we always make sure like the videos that Ashley takes always has her watermark with her image inside of the chopped liver thing.
well, she demanded that.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I guess, I mean, holding a knife to someone's throat while editing, I guess, is kind of threatening in a way.
where's my picture at?
I didn't know you know how to use a camera. I'm just kidding. Hell yeah.
No, I'm not. Like I was saying that.
You
as
have
her.
a watermark.
I was saying that as her.
Oh,
You know,
I was
like, where's my fucking picture
dude, you
at?
have
Is that my video? Oh, you plan on using that today?
better
All right.
watermark that
Yeah.
shit, motherfucker. Hell yeah. All right, let's get me out of the camera.
All right, so let's also talk about another awesome show. And we started the show with the video from Vibrola's fucking
That's right.
going nuts. And I remember them saying like they classify their music as like car rock because like everything's about
Hell
fucking
yeah.
you know, engines and fucking Mustangs or whatever, and like just rock and roll, you know. But like obviously they go crazy and put on a fucking great show. And you had them on the podcast last week, right?
Yeah, they did a special hair of the dog right before the show with I put the flyer out there, Crazy in the Brain, Some Kind of Nightmare from Cali, and Lucifish from
And-
Lafayette.
Like you can tell me because you were actually with them in the room, watched peeked in on you know quite a bit of that podcast. So it seemed like absolute fucking like sweethearts, and,
Hell
like
yeah.
real smart people.
They're
and
great
shit.
people and
you know?
they're super cool and super kind. And, you know, like they're just fun to be around and fun to hang out with, every single one of them. So, hell yeah. We do have a-
Unlike the next video that we have for you guys, that's Lucifist. Horrible human beings. Don't
Especially that Tony.
Yeah, Tony, a complete asshole.
Not
What
a
a jerk.
tiger.
What a jerk. But you know, because out of the kindness of our hearts, we shot a video of them, and it's in no way an endorsement.
Of Lucifist.
No, love Lucifist, obviously. Fucking
Love Tony.
really good friends of ours. We played in
yeah.
fucking Tony's basement fucking few times at least. I fell down the motherfucker's stairs one time and like really hurt myself.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so shout out to Lucifist, fucking great guys, fucking all of them. And here's a video we caught from that show, that same show. Fuck yeah.
Let's get fucked up, everybody!
Hell yeah.
My like I've
You're
always
like,
said, like
so what? You're like watching the video.
oh yeah, I'm fucking into it, bro.
Same.
Loose Fist, I've always like I had this like vision of a show, and hopefully someday we can fucking get it together. But it's fucking Tight Like a Tiger, and we'll open that shit too because Tight Like a Tiger, Third Rail, Lucifist, bro. Let's
That's
fucking
awesome.
Like,
yeah.
let's make that one happen sometime, man. Yeah, love that. Love their fucking and like I walked up at I was like, you guys playing the one that fucking gets sludgy and dirty? And fucking Tony knew me. He's like, yeah, man, it's fucking we're playing. Like,
What's your my favorite?
'cause I don't know names
I
of
love
fucking
bar
songs.
fighting. That's my jam, dude.
I don't
It's
know
my
names.
all-time
I'm horrible
favorite
at-
Lucifist song.
But every time live, I'm like, that's my fucking jam.
Hell yeah. Yeah, they're killers. Straight up killers. Love Lucifist.
So will it fuck you up if I go just a little out of order?
Go for it, man.
Okay, but let's do so Thursday Migraines, Last Four, Remote Controls. You got that one lined up next, right?
Right there.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
And Last Four it's like a huge deal when they play, pretty much, right?
Hell yeah. Four
Yeah.
legends, one band.
That is a super group, bro.
Fuck yeah, they are.
If I've ever heard of a fucking super group. So I'm sure that I didn't get to catch that one, but I'm sure it was fucking wild, man. And then let's talk about the show that happened last night. My band Republic, well, a band that I'm in.
It's your band now,
It's my band.
motherfucker.
Fuck you, William. It's my band now. But yeah, we played Republican Sex Blanket, played with some guys out of Detroit. It was a kind of a thing like American Muscle and Bella Larson and the Scene Kids. And what was cool about
Bingo
it is,
boys.
well, I was gonna get to them too.
Hell yeah.
But with American Muscle and Bella Larson and the Scene Kids, it's actually the same fucking band. And I'm like, how genius is that? Like 2 cuts of the cover, but like, they played first as American Muscle, did like a costume change, and I'm like the 2 bands sounded completely different. Yeah, it was interesting, but like, so yeah, same motherfuckers out of Detroit. It was awesome. Hung out with them for like a hot minute before the show started. So cool fucking dudes. And the Bingo Boys threw down a few songs.
Hell yeah.
And then Republican Sex Blanket fucking just absolutely killed it and like just tore the fucking place down.
Is there blood everywhere?
There was blood, beer, fucking
Fuck
a little bit
yeah.
of urine. I came. But
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna say,
I didn't like do the thing.
Maybe
It was
some
just
like
in my
UFOs
pants.
stopped in, just came all over everybody, and then flew their little spaceship out.
What's crazy, and it's happened to me twice at Long Shot now. Like, there's this point where I'm like, there's nobody fucking here. There's nobody coming tonight. Like, yeah, win some, you lose some. And then a bunch of fucking people show up,
Hell
and it's
yeah. Don't you love that? It's a
Yeah.
Is that a Fountain Square thing?
Maybe it's found, yeah. But one minute I look down, like, fuck. Next time I look up, and it's like, oh shit, a bunch of people here. So then, yeah, I wanted to do that in that order, though, to come back to the show that happened Friday night that we played. Shep and I had our debut with the Red Lighters, and we played with the breaks and the subtleties. And man, Shep, like, I kind of want you to go first on this. Like, I felt like it was magic, but that's all I'm gonna say. Like, your thought of the night, man.
Yeah, well, going into it, knowing that there were so many amazing shows going on in Indy, and
Bad Religion and
shit,
what
that's
you
like at
call
the
it,
bottom of my
Social
list.
Distortion. Well, I'm saying obviously a lot of people are
Hi-Fi
going there.
10-year
The
anniversary,
Hi-Fi
10
10,
bands,
yeah.
$10. Like,
Yeah.
just name a few, like Brother Oh Brother, motherfucking Wet Denim.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Super awesome metal band out of Louisville. Fucking Belushi Speedball played, and a ton of other like killer local acts played that show. And State Street also had a 9-year anniversary show at the same night.
Friday.
And then also we played at the Mel, on Friday.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot going
There's
on
a
that
lot.
night. And I was like really like pleasantly surprised with how many people were at the Mel.
Yeah.
I'm not a cup half empty guy. I'm a cup half full guy. So my heart and my soul going onto that stage was, I just want to have fun and play this music that I really enjoy. And man, did I get to. And the energy in the building was great. And just playing with Bones and Spencer for the first time, and Anthony too. And it was Anthony's first show as a drummer.
And his mom was there.
Yeah.
Which was the fucking sweetest
and
thing
his
ever.
sister.
Yeah.
It was it was just a really good night, and the energy was there, and I had a lot of fun. And as always, like when Hubert runs sound at the Mel, you can just bet it's gonna sound good. So you got that too. But
man, he was hard on me though. As like we're coming, I'm like, so
well, you brought an acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
What did you expect?
I was like, he was like, so how many? And I'm like, 5. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, 3 guitars, a bass. Just need 2 mics.
Yeah.
But-
There you go. Got that going.
but yeah, he made it like sound great. And the cool thing is like the Hillbilly Happy Hour was happening, you know, as we're like getting there and whatnot. And I always like every time catching what, you know, usually the latter part of the Hillbilly Happy Hour. But I love watching those bands play, man. And like it's always just so much fun to catch what I can of that. And a band that does that a lot is the Cousin Brothers.
Mhm.
They're fucking awesome,
Yeah.
man.
The
they're-
band name in itself.
Yeah.
Cousin Brothers.
And they're
Everything.
like-
Yeah. All their songs are like, you'll be cracking up. It's
right,
comedy
there
country.
is comedy fucking thing. And like my favorite song is called Cocksucker Red that they do.
Hell yeah.
Like, and yeah, it's just anyway. So as we are getting there, and like the place was actually pretty packed from the Hillbilly Happy Hour, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
we pulled up. When we pulled up, I was like, look, we already fucking packed the place. But I knew, you know. Yeah, and so like we go in and the bar is fucking hopping. The hillbillies
Hot
were
to trot.
fucking
Yeah.
and I thought like maybe just maybe Red Lighters will like maybe everybody won't like just flood out of here, because like if we get set up and get going, like
Yeah.
I think maybe they'll dig on it, you know.
Yeah.
And so ended up like we ended up with a really good turnout anyway. And then I feel like the hillbillies fucking stayed and partied.
Are we
with
not going
us.
to like drop what happened? Like, come on. We got to tell everybody.
We'll tell them.
Somebody got a little too wasted and fucking like projectile vomited right in front of the stage. Yeah, that's why remember I came out, I was like, stage is clear, guys. And then when we come back, it's like ground zero. There's like fire people running in and out, and like
Too much moonshine, right?
yeah. Somebody projectile vomited, so they had to
So right
like,
before we played.
yeah,
right.
right before we played. So they had to like clean up all this stuff and take care of her, most importantly, take care of her, get her neighbor home, make sure she's okay, and then clean up the mess. So by the time we actually got to put the stuff on the stage, yeah, it was a lot of people from the Hillbilly Happy Hour left Murphy's Law. You know what I mean?
Sure, but a lot stayed too.
A lot
That's the
did
point I'm
stay,
making.
yeah. And then a
Yeah.
ton of people just started pouring in when we were like loading in too.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
yeah, and they stuck around, and the brakes fucking went on after us and completely destroyed.
Yeah.
And the fucking subtleties went
Yeah.
on last, and fucking
And Spencer
brought
from
that
from
fucking-
Red Lighters. Spencer just joined Red Lighters, and I'll go into the whole story of like how everything came together pre-show. But he plays in Subtleties as well, and they've been around for a minute. So like,
oh, yeah.
and it was honestly like, I've seen him play. I played with Subtleties for a couple of months on bass, but I thought it was the best I've ever heard him sound. It was really
Yeah, they
tight
sounded
and
great.
really fucking good.
Hey, you and I had a moment where I was on the other side of the stage watching, and it kind of hit me. I was like, man, they sure do remind me of this band. This is so good. I'm sitting there like, and then I go to the other side of the stage eventually, because even though I'm not taking photos, I still getting that vibe, you know. And you were over there, and I was sitting there standing there next to you, and you got in my ear during one of the songs. He's like, don't they remind you of No Coast? And I was like, holy fucking shit. I was just over there thinking the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, and if you don't remember No Coast, they're a local like rock band that we featured on the Lazy Boys Sticks and Stones, and we booked them as well.
Yeah.
For one of our Sticks and Stones shows.
Yeah.
But they were on the Lazy Boys Sticks and Stones compilation.
Album.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple tracks. And man, what a memory on that, right?
Hell
I was
yeah.
just talking actually to Stouch.
Actually,
And-
meeting them, just want to throw this out there, meeting them and whatnot led me to getting these, like this tiger tattoo. Jimmy, my buddy Jimmy, used to play in that band.
In No Coast.
Uh-huh. And that's how I met him. And then his wife at the time was a tattoo artist. One thing, 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon,
Right.
whatever, you know what I mean? So just really kind of neat.
Hell yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. You got a couple tattoos, like right.
Yeah,
now,
I got
and you
I got
also
the tiger. She gave me the tiger. Shout out Lisa. And then this MXPX one. on my thick ass arm. Anyways, you were saying,
I don't even remember. Oh, but the compilation album.
oh yeah,
And so, like, you know, we were doing Sticks and Stones, a zine, and I was trying to, like, part of that whole thing was like developing into, we're gonna like promote some shows, put on like some Sticks and Stones shows, and then I was like, wouldn't it be cool if we did like a compilation? Because we always like, you know, it was featuring bands and whatnot that had been on the cover or
Trafficking
things like that.
Lions.
Yeah, and so
Gitmo's, right?
basically, and this is back in the day of
Mr.
CDs.
Clit,
Yeah, Mr. Clit,
Dwarf Among Midgets.
Dwarf, us. It was only like
Okay.
probably 7-8 bands, I think, with 2 songs a piece on there.
Yeah.
And man, I thought that was like a killer fucking deal. Anyway, talked to Stouch the other night. He's like, oh man, we need to fucking like join forces with a bunch of bands and whatnot and do like a compilation record or some shit. And I'm like, we'll talk more about it, motherfucker, because like for sure. So something, you know, I don't know what to call it, but like a family album, man, with, you know, maybe Sick the Ripper, Tight Like a Tiger,
Yeah.
Republican Sex Blanket, Red Lighters,
Ninth
fucking-
Circle.
Yeah, exactly.
Subtleties.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It'd be neat.
So something.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
I think it's a cool thing. We'll
You do all the
So-
work, and I'll love and I'll just enjoy it.
But yeah, I mean, back in the day, everything being so DIY, and it's funny because like what DIY means kind of changes over the years, you know? Like this is DIY,
For sure.
but this feels like I don't know, polished and fucking we got all the equipment and everything,
Yeah.
you know. To me, DIY is like something out of nothing and like burning CDs.
I mean,
and
we're
fucking,
using
like,
old iPhones.
you do, you know?
and- yeah.
like all those fucking compilation albums. I fucking like did the cover art for it and whatnot. Went somewhere and printed that shit out. Bought a bunch of fucking jewel cases, a bunch of blank CDs, a bunch of fucking the label things to put on it. Printed all that shit out. Fucking sat there for a day, fucking doing 100 fucking CDs, whatever, you know. Like I miss that kind of like shit sometimes.
Yeah.
The zines, like I would go up to Kinko's and fucking at one point, like it changed, ended up going through like a printing service once we made them bigger. But yeah, like every fucking month I'd be up at the fucking Kinko's one day, like printing them out, fucking stapling them together, like while I was there, but
Yeah.
using their shit.
I miss I miss making them too. I do. I mean, I even made a post about it the other day. I mentioned it in a post like
About wanting to do a zine again.
because it's such an artistic like
It'd be so much better to like only be, I don't know. I don't want, like, I'm down for zining and having some contribution, but I don't want a lot.
yeah,
you know,
I'll make it.
Like
I'll
the
make it.
Sticks and Stones
I like
thing kind of
making it.
like I got to a point where artistically it wasn't very fulfilling to me anymore because it like just all the cliches, all the fucking like just, you know, the format or whatever, I could kind of like just pop the next thing in. And it just got to where it was like, you know, I don't know that I'm saying what I want to say. And anyway, so I just
Yeah.
got burnt on it.
I tell
and-
you what, I'm sitting here thinking like I had this idea that I'm not gonna say on this podcast because every time I put a good idea out on these shows, somebody takes it and does the thing with it. So I'm not gonna say it. But some of the stuff that we did in that zine, I would like to bring to video.
uh,
And there's some things in there that we did that were really fun and really clever.
mhm.
And yeah, you're making my brain turn.
Yeah, here we go. Here we
Right
fucking go.
on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X, gonna give it to you.
So anyway, with basically since we didn't have a guest, we kind of talked before the show, like what we gonna do
Shit.
here. And I was like, you know, you got 2 members of Red Lighters here. We just had our debut show. I think it's okay for us to like, we've got some videos and whatnot to
Yeah.
share and kind
Yeah.
of break down like some of the shit, like maybe people would enjoy hearing about like what went in to getting this thing. Cause it's like, if you remember, basically the show had been offered to us and we turned it down, and you were very adamant, like
Yeah.
it's too soon. We're
Too soon.
not ready yet. And then Spencer joined the band about a week after we had already turned it down. I think we might have had one practice with Spencer. I don't think you were at that practice though. So
I wasn't. No.
But like then the next day he's like, so are you sure we can't do that show? And now it's we. And now and now I'm like, well, man, let me fucking see.
Uh-huh.
And like you begrudgingly were like, if you're that fucking adamant, like
Yeah.
let's do it. And so even like Ashley was a little bit like, especially because like on your energy, she was like, if John's saying like it's too soon, like you
Yeah.
should listen to him. Like, and I'm like, no, fuck him. Like, he doesn't-
Fuck
I
that
know.
fucker.
I know. He don't. And so anyway, like there
I
was
mean,
like
you're right, man.
some
For sure.
tension going on as like, are we gonna get this thing together? And that was as soon as the show was scheduled. And basically then about at this whole like as this is all playing out, I've been talking to Bones about joining it. Like, you know, there was this back and forth, and he was like, I'm gonna come like practice, like I want to fucking check it out. And so he came, and we actually just sat at Anthony's with acoustic guitars, and the whole thing initially was going to be like, come play acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
And so I'm like basically showing him all the songs, like me playing acoustic. He's got the acoustic. And in the course of that, Nick's like, I should be playing bass and you should be playing guitar, man. And of course, Anthony, who, you know, from the get, there was like this thing kind of undercurrent of like, Nick, you should be playing a guitar, not a bass. But which I was all for because but it just didn't, and it was easier for me to hold down that bass during that time.
Yeah.
So then when Nick is like, I should play bass, and Anthony's sitting there like, fuck yes, thank you. Let's do it. And I was like, of
Yeah,
course,
as soon
man,
as
of
you
course.
threw it at me, I was like, that is such a
And I
great
surprised
idea.
you, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
because we
great.
came to the practice and I let like it kind of just hang out there for you and Spencer that like this change had happened when we got together.
Yeah.
And because I don't know, I thought it would be funny like for you guys to be like, what?
It was a good idea,
But,
man. It immediately, I was like, man, why didn't I think of that? That is fucking, yeah, let's go. Hell yeah.
And the first time we got like the room together, all 5 of us, and like, man, Nick went home and did homework. So like literally Nick joins the band with 2 weeks to go before the show.
Yeah, I mean, Spencer, not much longer.
And Spencer like a week before that.
3 weeks.
And
yeah.
And so what was a power trio is now a 5-man fucking super group.
yeah. It was,
And-
man, like that's the energy in the room for me at band practice is life. And then the energy on stage is everything. And it's there both. So basically, I love being around all this, like Anthony, Spencer, Nick, you most of the time.
Yeah.
Obviously joking. And on stage, like the energy of all of us together was really good.
Hell yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this goes because this is like,
Yeah.
it's, you know, the thing is, if you're a musician, whether you've been in bands for years or whether you're getting ready to start your first band, it is like, at least in my opinion, it is everything who you are around and who you spend your time with.
Yeah.
And I could just tell right now, like the 5 of us, like our energy together, whether it's on stage or practicing, it's there. So it's just really exciting to know that, you know, we played a show with a band called I always get it wrong, Grangelia,
Grenadelia.
and they're all like just like freshmen in college, and then their drummer is actually a senior in high school. I think just graduating this month. And they're like really young and really talented, and they sound really good, and they're all DIY. They make all their own stuff, and they make their own music videos, and they have that magic. And, you know, I told them, like, the most important thing that I can tell you is stay together no matter what, and just have fun together, and don't get wrapped up in the semantics of like, oh, we need to sell this much stuff so we can afford to do this album or whatever. Like, just have fun and that's the thing is like they've already got it. They've got the energy together. They've got a great sound, and they're all super talented and so young. So like as long as they like have fun and stay together, they're gonna go places and they're gonna fucking just be a killer local indie band out there repping like everybody else that's here.
Watch your
working
leg. You're
their
shaking
ass
this
off.
table. You're
My
shaking
bad.
my fucking
Yeah.
shit.
My bad.
I want to.
I got that. I got that. Fucking.
Well, you know, that's the thing though, what you're saying, like, and it's funny because when Nick came to jam or whatever, and he said at the beginning, like, or not at the beginning, but like we kind of took a break after playing for a while and whatnot, and he was like, to be honest, on like leading up to me coming, I was not 100% sold that I was going to do this,
I almost hit a button.
and
I'm gonna hit it anyways. Sorry. You said.
well placed. It needed to be said.
You
It needed to
said
be in
while
there.
I was coming.
No, but so with Bones, he was like, I didn't know for sure that I was going to do it. Like, I didn't know I was going to want to join the band. I was kind of leaning towards probably not, but something was telling him, like, I need to at least go hear him out and check it out.
Oh yeah.
And so he came. And
I
as we, like-
attribute that to the like your energy, man. And like he's like, man, I love that guy.
and I had told him on the phone,
I gotta go check it out.
I was like,
I
I
met him.
want to jam with people that are like my friends. Like, I don't want to just put a band together. Like, half of the whole thing is like, we'll get together for band practices and bullshit just as much as we play music.
Yeah.
And like, I want to hang out with my fucking bros and fucking play some fucking tasty jams, you know? And he was like, I'm about that. I'm really glad you said that. But again, so then he comes to the little thing and I'm showing him the songs and he was like, man, the energy when you're like actually playing them in front of me, like it is so much more than on those recordings you sent me. He was like, he was just all, and what happened, we were kind of pussyfooting around it or whatever. And something about, he said something about, well, that just add me to the group chat or whatever. And, you know, so I can get the directions or whatever. And I was like, but if we put you in the group chat, Nick, you're in the group chat. And he was like, put me in the group chat. And so, yeah, 2 weeks to go to showtime. Now we've got our band. And yeah, it was such a, because when we played, and I knew there were a lot of people that are hearing who's in this band, and they're thinking punk rock, they're thinking metal coming together. I knew like they ain't expecting what we are, and so it was like very to me like, how are people going to react? And like that feeling of feeling like a fucking kid again, man. Like, you know, Tight Like a Tiger, Sex Blanket. I'm sure even Sick the like, it's almost, yes, the shows are fun, but I'm not ever like a little fucking worried, a little giddy, a little like, oh, I'm dropping this for the first time. How are people going to react? And like, are we going to fucking pull this thing off? Because like, literally with the whole band together, we had 2 practices before the show. You know, I put in some extra time and people were doing the homework and shit. So like, and it showed like a motherfucker. And I really appreciate Spencer and Nick putting in what they have to this band. And in the short time, it's like, you know, fucking, I mean, they're really adding so much. It was a completely different thing. And then they joined it and it fucking like, and it's exactly what I wanted. Because these are songs that I've been playing for fucking a long time. These are basically my shit that didn't fit like Tight Like a Tiger pretty much through the years. But like me and John been playing these songs fucking for years together and knowing like, hey, some of the best fucking songs nobody's hearing.
Yeah.
And so it like just got to be at the point where I was like, and actually Anthony was the first one. And what it was is like, and Anthony and Izzy came too, but me and Anthony were like, just going to record the songs, bro. Like it wasn't going to start a band. I was going to put out another solo album with guests.
Yeah.
And me and Anthony were going to start laying down the bones for it, recording it. And then like just instantly it was like, nope, it's a band. It's fucking like, it's going to be a band. So yeah. Anyway, I think that is enough talk to set up our first video. So we're
Oh,
going to show
yeah.
you guys a few videos from the lighter show and like just kind of bullshit around about it. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy that. But so this first video is a song called Lower Low.
Mhm.
And should I tell them?
Yeah. Do you
Okay,
want to? Do you want us to keep our cameras on while the video plays, or do you
No,
want me?
just you can
Okay.
go to the video, but don't go to it yet.
Yeah.
So the first song, Lower Low, this is a song that I wrote when Shep was going through his divorce. And
This was circa 2012.
sounds about right.
Yeah, 2012.
And Shep's been like my muse basically in several songs.
Yeah.
Some are really obvious and he knows,
Yeah.
and some are probably a little more subtle and he might not even know. Like
Yeah,
some of it's just most of my
It's music,
songs are
you
not
know.
particular. Like it's not like I wrote a song about fucking John.
Yeah.
But like
Because you've never
themes
fucked me.
or whatever.
Oh, shit. Oh, that was as thrilling as you can only imagine for me
Yeah.
just now.
So good. So good. But things that I was noticing about Playboy and whatnot, and he was in a fucking pretty dark hole and whatnot. And
Darkest I've ever been in, or maybe second.
so like just a lot of it was inspired. The words are even on some level take away the things you're used to this fucking life. When you take it away, what are you left with?
Yeah.
And then it's like replace them with a lower low. You're fucking low as fuck.
Yeah.
It sparks debate somewhere within
Yeah.
and sets you free. And then like in the chorus, I'll make new friends. Call this my home.
Yeah.
I'll stay away to prove you wrong. But I can't climb into my hole because I'm afraid to be alone.
Hell yeah.
Playboy. Like I
Yeah.
get goosebumps thinking about
I
like,
know. I know. And it's
you like,
and at the end of the day, like at the time, it was very tragic for me because I was losing my best friend that I had been with for 10 years. We were married for 7, we were together for 10 years. And now, like, I can look back at that and see the beauty and like that relationship, and also see me a lot more because now that I'm older, this was so long ago. It was 12 years ago. But that divorce was 2 people that did not hurt each other, that did not do something fucked up. It was 2 people that came to terms with, we just don't belong together. I wanted to have kids. She never wanted to have kids. She wanted to move to Tennessee. I want to stay in Indiana. And we ended up getting divorced, and it was clean. If we, and we saw each other now, we would hug each other. Like, much respect. I still love you, Jasmine. And it's not that often that you hear a story like 2 people that were friends, that fell in love, that got married. And then down the road, as we grew, we found ourselves wanting different things in life. And we walked away. I mean, it wasn't all fucking peaches and cream.
No, you were low as fuck.
Yeah. And I had to find myself, like when you're with somebody for that long, and it's not like there was like animosity or a bunch of negativity. It was just having to relearn and find it myself, and what a beautiful thing that you could capture that time and that energy in a song. And playing it on stage is thrilling.
It's funny because we have like your divorce song and then my divorce song will be like the next one. So let's play that first video. Sure. Shep. This is the song we opened the show with, A Lower Low, our first song in our first show.
This is our first show. take away the things you know, replace them with a load of love. It sparks the vein somewhere within and sets you free. I made new friends, call this my home. I'll stay away to prove you, but I decline into my home, 'cause I'm afraid to be alone. Insanity comes creeping in. I put it down with medicine.
All right, so a taste of Lower Low, and man, you're right about Hubert and the sound. Like that, doesn't that sound fucking pretty good?
Hell yeah. Sounds awesome.
And like,
Especially, I mean, it's a phone recording too. So yeah, which everything we put out is
Right.
phone recording.
yeah,
Yeah, at least in the video sense. Yeah.
It's funny because Ashley was telling me like I've never. Oh, I forgot to say. So for the show, I was like, glasses got to come off. People got to see it, like, because these are emotional songs, and most of you who will see this show know, like, I haven't really appeared in public without sunglasses on in about 3.5 years or so, something like that.
It's been a hot minute. Yeah.
And so I was like, but I want people to like see my eyes when I'm singing these songs and be able to connect on that fucking emotional level like that.
yeah.
And so right before the show, like we get ready, like getting on ready to go, and I was like, I want to be able to see y'all. Pull the
What
glasses
the
off.
fuck?
And it's, you know, like the cool thing is to me, it's hard to make that. Like there were literally, I could hear at least a few fucking people like, holy shit,
Yeah.
holy shit, he just took his fucking glasses off. Yes.
Yeah, the
And
guys.
to like for Nick Jordan taking his sunglasses
saying
off
the-
to mean fucking anything to anybody, man. Like that's
Yeah.
you know,
I'm not
that-
saying the wind got like sucked out of the whole room, but you felt the wind, you know, in the room when you took them off.
there was like a buzz
Yeah.
to it, right?
Yeah, it was neat.
I don't know. And
Yeah.
like
Because
I don't
people
know.
just don't see you without them
right.
on.
And to
Yeah.
create, like, I don't know.
You want to give them a
create that
peek, or
thing.
do they got to go to a
Yeah.
red lighter show?
Come see Red Lighters?
Are we allowed to talk about that show?
What, the next show or what?
Yeah. I mean, it's so coming up so quick anyway. Or is it
mean,
not announced?
I thi-
Is it announced? Oh, it's not announced. We should probably hang tight on that. All
Yeah.
right. Zip. Sorry, y'all. Tease.
I mean, I feel free at least to like say our next show is going to be with Circle City Deacons.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's going to be fun.
Fuck yeah. It's going to be dope as well.
But
We're the small band now.
I'll take it. Like, isn't that awesome?
Yeah, like, 'cause
Like,
we're
yeah,
like
let us
5.
open,
We're
please.
5, and they're
Yeah.
like 9, 8 or 9.
Oh, I thought you were saying like we're the new kids on the block.
Oh no, I
like
meant like
opening
we're
shows.
the small band on stage. There's only
Yeah,
5 of
oh,
us
yeah.
on stage.
Compared
Where
to that shit.
Circle
yeah.
City Deacons is like 8 or 9 people.
Right.
Yeah, I always joke like you got to build a little more stage at the mill,
Mm-hmm.
or like when they remodeled the mill and they moved the soundboard back off the table and put all the speakers in the air and bought new lighting and just invested in that whole experience at the front.
Yeah.
I always said, yeah, they did that for Circle City Deacons. so
so they could all fit.
they get all fit. Hell yeah.
But so yeah, that's the next show
Yeah.
coming up in June.
June.
So but yeah, so Ashley was saying after we got off the stage or whatever, she's like, I've never seen you like beaming and like just smiling that much on stage. And it was because like with the nerves coming in or whatever, which, you know, for me, it's like I knew I wasn't gonna go up there and fucking drop turds, but I was a little, you know, the rest of you might.
Okay.
I was pretty confident it wasn't going to happen. And on the way there, she's like telling me, I'm nervous for you. And I'm like, I love that you're nervous for me. because it's going to make it that much more impressive to you when you see what you're about to see. And which, yeah, so everything was going great, and it was just song after song. You like, on easy listening, hitting the fucking end that I like was a little like just song out every song. Pocket, the fucking Johnny Rotten in its fucking pocket. Like, I don't know, everything was so good, and it just made me so happy. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
I think it showed.
I felt very, very comfortable, like to where I wasn't thinking at all. I was just playing the music and having fun, and that's the pocket.
That's
I
the
was in the
zone.
pocket. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everything just felt right. It felt great.
I felt like that's the benefit, and it's such a privilege, like with like a Tiger, and like, and we'll say like that's the building block for you and I. We've expanded so much beyond it or whatever, but it does come back to like, well, we have also had a band in town for fucking almost 15 years, and you make connections with people and you make impressions on people, and to have guys the talent, like at the talent level of fucking Anthony and Nick and Spencer wanting to be in a band with us.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's awesome. And so it's just not lost on me when it's like really fucking talented motherfuckers, which sometimes it's like, I think I'm a fairly talented songwriter and entertainer. Probably not the best singer in the world, best guitar player, But so when other like really talented people, and like you yourself, like, and maybe I take it for granted sometimes because we've just been doing it so long.
Yeah.
But like the life that you give when I'm like, check this song out, and you're like, fucking got it, let's go.
Hell yeah.
And you understand the dynamics.
Yeah.
And then like Red Lighters, like there's such a, like, you are holding down these dynamics in the fucking places where, it's got a fucking rock here, man. Or, let's drop that fucking bottom out. And you're like so good about control, and people are playing off of what they're hearing from you to know what, like, that instant little cue, down or whatever.
Yeah. I have a very full understanding of the dynamics of the song and the semantics, aesthetics.
You hear it. You hear it. Even when I'm just playing it for you on an acoustic.
Yeah.
And that's the fucking thing. Like when I write a song, I'm hearing the full fucking band in my head fucking playing it. Mm-hmm. And it's like most people don't.
Yeah.
And you hear it that way too. Like when I show you something, I can tell you're like, you hear it the same way. You're hearing everything that will be in there.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
Oh yeah, dude. It's one of interesting conversation. It's something that I talked about on Wednesday with Southbound Beretta. We had LJ and Bees on the show, and we were talking about how the writing process works, and everybody's a little different. I know people that like strictly play punk thrash music, but they have to write the music on an acoustic guitar. Like they cannot write their music on an electric. They got to start with acoustic, even though it's thrash and punk. They still need that acoustic to start. Like it's a thing, and then some people like they prefer to write lyrics first and then write music around their lyrics. And then some people like they have to write their songs on the drums, and that's how they create the dynamics and rhythms of the song. And then somebody comes in and they hear that what they're doing, and they put music down to it. And then after that they write, everybody's different. Everybody does things a little different. And it's an interesting conversation because everybody just does things so differently. There's people in this world that will actually grab a sheet of blank music paper and write it out and see it with their eyes and not even have to have an instrument in their hand. And God bless all of you people that do that, because you're freaks and I love you. I took music theory for 2 years, and God, oh man, I'm
completely self-taught.
It's like it's learning another language.
Best man, better man. Fuck you, Dad.
Oh, it's good. But yeah, everybody's different. I took theory for 2 years. Do I use it today in my writing? No. But if I needed to or wanted to, yeah, I could read music, whatever. I could write music out on, but do I use it now? But everybody's different. There are people in this world that like truly do like grab that blank sheet of fucking music paper and start writing music, and write not just, one instrument, but multiple instruments simultaneously. It's a beautiful thing, but it's not for everybody. So, yeah.
Well, and I know
we
you
could go
like
into
the
this
idea
forever.
of like being very collaborative in songwriting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, so you want to like get together and let's like fucking write some songs together.
Yeah.
And you probably
I'm around
know, like
inspire
from
me.
working with me, I'm always like, because it is so hard for me
Mhm.
to write with somebody else. Like, let me sit with my acoustic guitar, get a sheet of paper and a pen if I actually land on something, and I'll fucking like write a song. And then, when I show it to the band or whatever, there can be like there's room for what you're going to do or whatever. And Red Lighters has like specific examples of where it's like, I didn't write the little bridge part to fucking side piece or whatever. You did pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, you did a thing, and Anthony fucking like was like, whoa, what's that?
Yeah.
And then we fucking like together kind of like did that. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
But I definitely, when it comes to like, I'm going to write a song, it's like just a zone I go into, and really it's getting out of my way, getting to a point where it's like I'm not trying. And if I'm sitting down with somebody else to try to write, or actively like at a band practice, like I have to like basically try. Now riffs, I like riffs will just fall out of my ass all day.
Mhm.
I can just sit there and fucking riff. But I don't know. Like, it's also very hard for me to memorize what's happening in that time. So I feel like we
hit the
write something
record.
at band practice and then fucking leave, and I'm like, what did we do? I don't even remember any of it.
Yeah.
But so talking about songwriting and whatnot, like I feel like that's a kind of a good chance for us to set up the next video.
Yeah.
Like I said, like Song Before Lower Low, kind of from the viewpoint of John going through his divorce. The song Mothra is pretty autobiographical for me when I was going through my divorce. But the people involved and whatnot, like it's kind of a convoluted story. I don't want to go into like the whole fucking story of it, but it's really somebody that's feeling very unnoticed in their relationship, and they're trying to fucking save it. And the other person, and sometimes I'll mix between like the person I'm wanting to tell the story through or whatever will be like the female or the male or whatever. But in real life, it's not that, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at any rate, so, and the other person's just like, why are you acting weird? Why are you acting crazy? Doesn't get it. It's just like, shut up, leave me alone. And then at the end, that person is left alone and is like, now I've decided I want you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And but there's a line in that song that seriously, like, sometimes will make me cry. I'm like half tearing up right now, like just even thinking about like talking about it. But and I don't know like why it hit me the way it did when I wrote it. But I say in there, like in the second verse, and the fucking verses give way to these rock fucking chorus thing that drops, and it's so good. But so like I'm in it, and I'm like, is this really how it ends? Fading away into their memories, the challenges that they faced together as a team. But like, you put 15 fucking years into like a relationship, and it's like, it's just gonna fade away into our memories,
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
I'm right there with you, man. I'm with you.
so play that video, John.
Oh yeah. Check it out.
She's holding her breath again, hoping to change. He doesn't understand why she's acting strange. Instead, he thinks she's playing dead. Someone told her, he said she was to blame. She doesn't understand why she's in shit. This game. Don't believe it. gotta give her, she's gonna leave. He doesn't give a damn if she goes or stays. Just clean. Once for no, twice for yes. Is this really how it is fading away into their memories? The challenges that they face together as a team. It's one about fucking. You feel stood up and get out, back out in the rain. He said, shut up, get out, come back when you're free. She's gone just like a moth drawn to the flame.
Like 30 seconds left, and then I'm like, what's over?
Yeah.
Ah, man. Yeah, sorry for getting emotional there, man. Like,
That's all good. Hell yeah. All
but
about it.
these songs mean something, and I think that when you like write from your heart and write about what you fucking know about, like people can tell sometimes the, like the feeling of it. And it's like we're very kind of like, I describe us as like pop rock. And to me, people might think of pop rock as being very plastic and kind of fake, and uh, but this isn't that.
Yeah, it really. I mean, you have a lot to say though, man. You have really good stories behind your lyrics, and every song has a meaning, to you and the people that fall in love with your music, regardless of what band or what entity that you put your music out in. The people that listen to your words, they know like phew, there's meaning, and there's definitely a song by Nick Jordan for everybody. There's no doubt about it. Yeah.
Well, I try to like the thing of it is I look at my experience. A lot of times when I'm writing, I'm trying to like take my experience and relate it then also to universal experience. Like everybody's going through shit, man. And so this thing I'm going through, it's like, how do I sometimes it's like I'm telling my story, but I'm also like telling yours, not you literally, even obviously, as we've already said, that's true.
Yeah.
But like, I'm trying to tell the listener's story to them. Because when I was like 17, 18, and music was fucking everything, and you'd be listening to these lyrics in a song and, crushing on some girl, and here's a fucking lyric that makes you fucking like, oh, that's like exactly what I'm going through. You're going through a breakup, and it's like, oh, people that like when it's like, that's about me. That's our song now,
Yeah.
whatever. And so I try to like put my experience, but like put things in there that's not so, that makes it to where people can connect with it and feel like it's their like story too,
Oh, yeah.
And then like fucking put a good hook fucking chorus on it.
And to anybody that's watching this cast, whether you're watching live or you're watching in the future, when I was first introduced to Nick, I met him. It was a Pigtail Crook show. We were playing with Fiber, aka now known as I Like a Tiger. And it was your album release show, Pure Potent Power. And we bought that CD and we put it in the CD player when we left, and it never left. It stayed in that CD player. We listened to that album like repetitively for months and months and months, to a point where, before I was the idea of me playing in a band with you was just like, it wasn't even a thought process. It wasn't even in my imagination. But, I'm on my way to work and I put the CD on and I'm sitting there going, gonna save the world, gonna stop the rain. I'll be the perfect storm that showers you in pain. You'll rue the day you invented me, your arch nemesis, your mortal enemy. This is my assault, your reckoning. It's all your fucking fault because you created me, the scientist.
Mm.
You know, or just so long and fare thee well. One foot in the grave and the other's in hell. Cinnamon twist feels good, right? Fuck yeah. Like I knew these lyrics to these songs. I knew these songs before I was even in the band with you. And one day you hit me up and like, hey man, you want to fucking jam? I'm like, hell yeah, it's 420. Let's go. Fuck. And we sat around and fucking jammed and smoked pot. And the next thing you know, I'm up on stage with you and Dennis Hill and fucking Chris. Yeah. Fucking rocking out at the Vol Rat Tavern on a Mona DiMaggio booking.
Yeah.
It was, and the rest is history. But, a lot of my love for your music, I'm just saying it comes before I even worked with you. So I just happened to play a show with you on the West Side. Probably what venue is that called?
Oh, Winter Circle.
Winter Circle.
Right?
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Jeff Parks played that day. I know he ran sound. Who did we play with? Triple X Smut? No. It was us. Who knows? I can't remember. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It was a great show. But yeah. Oh yeah.
A long time
ago. But
I mean,
you know what? That might have been a show that Pigtail didn't play, but we just came out to support you guys and support whoever.
No, I think you guys were playing.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Because we would do that. We'd go to shows that we weren't playing just as a group.
I'm pretty sure y'all were on that one though.
Right on. Shout out John. Fucking R.I.P. Stevie.
Hey, shout out to Mike Dyer putting it on.
Was that okay?
I mean,
yeah.
At the end of the day, we connected because Mike Dyer was in our lives.
Mike Dyer, man. What's up, Mike?
All right.
How you doing, brother? Oh yeah, dude.
But yeah, it does mean a lot when people memorize like lyrics or there's, like react and hear the lyrics, because I mean, more often than not, you're watching a band live or whatever, and you're not going to really remember what was being said. You're remembering the vibe and the music and the fucking shit. So, whenever people are like singing in the crowd with us and whatnot, it's like, feels pretty good. Like you got something to stick in their heads.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I was sitting here just thinking of like all the songs by other artists that I like to break out into, or songs that I know the words to, and it's like, oh man, we have so many talented artists in this damn town. It's insane.
Yeah. We're in bands with half of them.
Remember when we did that Shelby Underground Music Festival 10 years ago? So I've been thinking about that a lot lately. And Well Hung Heart was one of those bands.
Dude.
And I don't like a couple of the reels I've made have like their song like it's called
Tired of your bullshit.
Yeah. Tired of your bullshit, bitch.
We're calling out your bullshit.
Yeah, we're calling out your bullshit, bitch. And like I was like, yeah, dude, I fucking missed it. So I used that in a reel.
Yeah.
And then like I don't know, like there's a band like recently, like I could sit here and bust it out. Like I used to do this thing like because the Gitmos, man, they were so like every time they played, you could not miss a Gitmo show.
Yeah.
And there's this thing that I used to do, and some people, I wish we had done, like this kind of like video reporting, like recording, like behind the scenes stuff back then, because back then, like we didn't record it, but we'd be in the back smoker's garden, and I would just bust out. And then like everybody in the back would just bust out with me. And maybe, I don't know if you let's see if you could roll with it, but I gotta like
Probably
pull,
not.
like
Fuck it up.
I would just like, I don't know, or be like, I wanna get high. I wanna get high, but the law won't abide by me. Gitmo song.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, and other people would just like bust out into it.
You said the Gitmos sing that song, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, maybe we should just keep it that way.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah. But lyrics, man. Like,
No lyric.
yeah, like
Yeah.
we look inside ourselves to second guess our every move. So let me through a mirrored image of reflection. I don't know, man. Like that's a Sam Hall song. There's a band that they used to be in called Full Monty, and they ended up breaking up. But their album, like, there's like that song's called Drink, and there's other songs like Bathroom Floor. Like, if you listen to Sam's lyrics, like, oh, it's so good and intense and meaningful. So shout out Sam Hall and you know, all the members of Full Monty from back in the day. Like,
I
your music
remember.
stuck with me. You
I
know?
remember.
And the
They
live
were
show,
super
and this
good.
is what took me there, is like the people that would come out. One specific show that comes to mind, they played a show at RCA, not the RCA Dome.
Yeah. Hoosier Dome.
Hoosier Dome. They played
They
the
played a
all
little
ages
show at Lucas
at
Oil.
Hoosier Dome, and it was like it felt sold out.
Mhm.
And like every person in that fucker was singing Sam's lyrics, and like it's kind of like the same respect to you, because like there are times where some of our songs that we'll be singing on stage, and it will feel like the whole room is like, you know,
Mhm.
fucking throwing down with us. It's a magical thing, you know. So, and you know, there's other bands like that I'll like. I'm sure you and Ashley and including, you know, like we all like love this song by this band, and we'll be just sitting there singing it with them while they're
Mhm.
playing it, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think that we have probably reached a point where we
Oh,
ought
yeah.
to do a short little button guy fucking
Yeah.
shout
do,
out.
Do a
And,
bright.
yeah,
Oh yeah, let's do that.
let's do that.
And I will go ahead and start that off by actually starting a video. By the way, this video for our sponsor, the Butt Guy, features music from
Did you say butt guy?
Button
It's
Guy.
okay, button guy.
You can check out his buttons.
I'm
by
the
the
butt
way,
guy.
Etsy.com/shop/the Button Guy shop. And this video features music from local hardcore band Third Rail. So
Third
cheers.
Rail.
Hell yeah.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to fucking kill me!
to throw away.
Man, like that little thing at the end with the "Are you high?" or whatever. It just made me like think about, because like I remember so many times where you and I are like just hanging out, just you and me, doing extracurriculars, getting into the fucking
Hell yeah.
and like that is one video or song that you always be like, "All right, I gotta hear this one," or whatever.
yeah.
Like at some point in the night, it's like, oh, and you like got a little fucking story to go with it, and you
Yeah.
like doing the fucking Playboy thing. But like, I don't really care for it that much. I think it's
Yeah.
just okay, you
Yeah.
know. Like I'm like, all right, it's
It's
just
the
fun. It's
lyrics
just-
and the meaning
you know,
behind it. I
and
have
I-
some very close friends that have struggled with like heroin addiction being one of them, and that's what the song's about, was his struggle with heroin addiction. And it seems like now, like after he's quit, like the only reason why people hit him up is because, you know, they want to fucking get high with him. And it's like, dude, I don't do that anymore, but I'd love to hang out with you. And they're like, oh, you know, being shitty friends to him because you know he doesn't fucking party anymore. It's
and
my
it hit,
life.
like, also
and he's
probably-
saying to his friends, like, it's my life to throw away. Hello, goodbye. Are you high?
Mm.
And that's the point of the song. And I have a lot of friends over time that have struggled with addiction, and some of them, you know, have had harder roads than others. But that's what the song's about, is like that struggle with addiction and beating it, and then losing a lot of your friends over that change. So yeah, it has a lot of meaning to me, you know, specifically, you know, shout out Amanda Pavel.
I mean, that can kind of like
and the road that Pavs went through, and the road to recovery. I'm proud of you, and I love you. And 3 years, baby, 3 years strong. I love you. You're amazing. Good job. It's unbelievable what you've done. You're a miracle, Pavs. So cheers. Yeah.
I was thinking, like, because you can also apply it, like, not to just addiction, but like the kind of like the gist, though, when you make that kind of like change in your life
To better yourself.
and then like all your friends are kind of like, we don't have anything in common now. It was
Yeah.
like that one thing. It's
Some
like for
people
me,
grow.
like when I stopped doing anal,
Oh.
you know, it's like it became a very lonely time in my life. Just
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
That was a bullshit one.
yeah,
Bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
I'm learning from you, man. How to tell
yeah.
a good bad joke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But no, it just makes me like, it's so funny because we're like, there's like little things we click on and understand that nobody else would understand, like fucking Party in the USA or fucking
Blank spaces.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
like nobody else would get like where we hear like that's a fucking jam.
Yeah.
And, and like I don't know, but there's also like so many differences where you'll be like, I want to hear this, and I'll be like, God damn it, man, I hate that
Yeah.
fucking song, and you do this to me every time.
Oh, hey, but we'll always have what's that song called? The Fever for the Flavor.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
no matter what, that song comes on, we're both like, yeah, fucking jamming out to it, but whatever.
So you want to hear a funny story about, like, not funny, haha, but a little story about that song? And
Fever?
yeah. So at one point, dating a girl, introduced the song to her. I'm like, you got to hear this fucking song. It's a jam. It's one of my favorites. And so like, she's like listening to it and fucking into it. And a couple of different times we talk about it, a couple of different times it fucking like comes on because now it's in the fucking playlist and shit like that. And Then we go and meet a friend and his wife of hers, and we're like sitting there playing fucking roulette with the phone, like, you know, YouTube videos or whatever, listening to music and shit. And I'm like, Viva for the flavor. And fucking, so we like turn on that song, and the fucking dude is like, what is this? And she is like, I don't know. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? Like, you love this song. We fucking like, oh, I mean, I know you like it or what, like totally downplaying it. And now, and the wife is like, I know this fucking song. This is fucking awesome or whatever. But like, it really fucking like pissed me off so bad that she acted like she did not know what the song was to look fucking cool to the fucking dude, bro. Like, in retrospect, I'm like, they were fucking. You know, you gonna act like that? I don't know. I'm too cool for it too, Johnny. Whatever. Fucking yeah, fuck that shit. But yeah. Anyway, so funny story about that particular song. It's so funny. Haven't we sung that together at karaoke at least once too?
Oh, I'm sure.
Like it's
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Sure. But hey, there were comments that we didn't post. We should
yeah. Let's take a look.
Alberta chimed
there
in. Jenny B.
anything?
Bluff shows should not start before 10. I hate leaving the house when there's still daylight.
I disagree. Give me a good 9 o'clock start time. I'm there for that. Like, let's go from like 9 to midnight on a show. Also, like 3 bands.
Yeah.
How many bands should you book for that show?
Yeah.
3. Magic number.
Yeah.
You do 4, and opening band's playing to no one, or the closing band's playing to no one. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Jenny Bledsoe. I think she's going to be on the show. Better be nice.
Yeah.
She books us a lot too.
I think we have Jenny coming on.
Oh, it'd be so fun. Like, I hope like that this kind of stays as a memory so that we like can get into it.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah,
let's
for
talk
sure.
about the ins and outs and booking.
Oh yeah. There's a
Yeah.
lot too.
Oh man, I'm such a Monday fucking like quarterback on that, or a Monday coach or whatever though. Where it's like, oh, these motherfuckers don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, we've been
Oh, why
booking
don't you do
shows
it?
for 15 years.
Yeah, here and there though, like casually. There's people way better at it than us.
Yeah.
Jenny Bledsoe being
Yeah.
one, man.
Yeah, Jenny. Well,
You
Jenny
do- you
runs
do your thing,
shows
Jenny.
at State
Yeah.
Street, Long Shot, and Black Circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
works with
it's like a
like
full-time
national
job.
touring
We
bands
just
and
do it
shit
every
coming
once in a
through and
while.
whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, you made me think of Well Hung Heart, which I don't know if that's even still a band now, but I know they have another one called Beaugrie or something
Yeah.
something like that.
French.
Just put out a video. Fucking
Yeah.
still rocking.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, man, we should hit them up. See when like when
Get
they want
them
to come to
too.
Indy.
Oh,
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. Anyway, so we were talking about the kind of like differences in our musical opinions and tastes. And while there is like this common ground, I find this a lot with pretty much everybody I'm in a band with. They always will start rattling off, oh man, you like this? Do you like that? Do you like this? I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Do you like Miley Cyrus? No. But what do you think when it comes to Red Lighters? What influences do you hear in the music so far?
Ooh. Man, that is a great question.
So let me tell you what I've thought of, and then you can tell me if you agree, disagree, or expound upon it. Like
Go
a
for
couple of days before, I was like, I think we're kind of like Tom Petty had a baby with Weezer.
it.
And probably half the guys in the band are like right now, like, fuck, I hate that description. We're not that.
I feel you.
But like to me, we got like kind of the catchiness, earthy kind of Americana, fucking with the acoustic going on and whatnot.
Yeah.
That Tom Petty writes fucking hooky fucking choruses and shit. We got that. But then like the rock vibe to it and some of there's settled, like I don't think anybody that actually would think we sound like Weezer at all. But there are subtle things in there to me that are like kind of in their vein of
Sure.
do shit.
I
I don't know.
hear you.
it's funny with Tight Like a Tiger, where people would always tell us we sound like this band or that, and it would be like a band I never heard of.
Helmet. Yeah.
Helmet would, it was one.
Like,
I heard of
yeah.
Helmet, but
Yeah.
like I don't know their shit. I never,
Yeah, actually, the first time I heard that, I was like, I need to listen to Helmet more. And I like downloaded the albums on my iTunes and
Yeah.
went to town. It's like, yeah, you can also hear some Toadies in there.
Yeah, Toadies is
Yeah.
probably the closest thing to where it was like, oh, sound like that when I heard Possum Kingdom. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But growing up in that era, like there's little parts of all of it. With Tight Like a Tiger's, it's kind of like my first thing is like clearly a big like Nirvana fan. I'm not, ashamed of that. And but part of my thing was like, I love Nirvana, but I really don't want to be like they go really mellow at times and have really like not rocking fucking songs,
yeah,
and slower shit. And with Tight Like a Tiger, I was like, I want to be just the fucking heavy version of Nirvana and not literally, but just like, in that vein where it's like we go fucking loud, louder, loudest. It's not loud, quiet, loud per se, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
And so that's always kind of been my vibe for like Tight Like a Tiger is like, don't get too I use the word pussy, but it's probably not to do
Yeah.
that.
he could have said twat.
No, well, that's a whole other concept, but like, I just try to keep things at a certain energy level, a certain heaviness level.
Yeah,
And Red Lighters is like my other side of what actually like kind of flows out of me a lot. That ain't that.
yeah,
And,
Red Lighters is like the softer side of Nick Jordan.
Yeah,
A little bit.
a little bit.
Little
It's
bit.
still got like,
Still
I don't
got
know.
some, yeah.
It ain't soft. It ain't
Yeah.
SAWFT,
Soft. Sorry, dude.
Well, and here's the thing to me about like what I feel like was one of the biggest compliments of that night that we got, like at least was being told to me, was William Stouch from Sex Blanket, and he was like he had heard like just some of the like on my phone, like overheard basically me showing Izzy like check out this or whatever.
You check out this shit, you're gonna hate.
And for like all this shit, I'm like, yeah, William came expecting to fucking hate it and
Yeah.
expected us to suck.
Yeah.
And he told me that. He was like, I even said before, like, this is gonna suck, but let's
Yeah.
go. And which thanks for supporting.
Hell yeah.
Even if you think
Hell
it's
yeah.
gonna suck. And,
Still
that's
come
like
out.
saying
Hell
something
yeah.
in and of itself. But he was like, I can't talk any shit after we played. He was like, it was really fucking good.
Yeah, that's what
you
he's.
know?
Yeah, he told me. He's
And-
like pleasantly surprised. He really likes
Yeah.
the music. Yeah.
And so to me to think like we kept the hillbillies and people that are like fucking wanting to hear bluegrass and country kind of shit, we kept their interest. And we also have fucking William Stouch, who's fucking like trash punk
Yeah.
fucking
Trash fun.
motherfucker,
80s.
and he's like,
Yeah.
I like it fucking too. And that's like,
It's
to go
neat.
to that variety of music, like the only one that's gonna hate Red Lighters, fucking metalhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That or Chris Cemetery.
Yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Cemetery hates everything.
He hates everything though.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be like concerning if he loved it. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, you guys got to hear Red Lighters. I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh man, we're fucked now.
Yeah, when he said that he liked Tie Like a Tiger, I was like, wow, Chris Cemetery likes to Tie Like a Tiger. All right.
I'm pretty sure he told you not to tell anybody.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Damn it.
Cat's out of the bag now. Sorry, bro. My bad.
I think we got one more video
Yeah.
to show. Did you end up getting that? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this is easy listening, I think, right?
Yeah.
And funny story about this. Talked about earlier about like I like just get out of my way sometimes, and the song kind of fucking writes itself. Well, one day I was at work, and this is when I worked at Guitar Center, and there was like a guitar, an acoustic guitar that hung on the wall there. And every once in a while, I'd grab it and fucking get it tuned up well enough. Like tuned up to me is like get all the strings tuned together. But and so one day I just kind of had like I'm gonna fucking like write a song today. I don't know, but I see the guitar hanging there, and I want to fucking grab it down and play it during break. So 15-minute break. this song was fucking written in 15 fucking minutes, and I recorded it the first time, like playing it through, fucking like literally, man.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Hell yeah.
You know, not to like, I don't know.
That's cool.
It's pretty fast to write a song, and I mean the thing of it is like what I wrote. I did like a whistle solo when I would play it by myself. That's like kind of my thing, is like where there's supposed to be a solo. Usually I'll fucking like whistle or something.
Oh yeah.
You know, when I'm by myself. But so then, and that's one of the cool things about this band is like I had all these like acoustic recordings of, and these songs have been around forever, and now hearing them brought to life with fucking electric and drums and like, you know, some of the shit is like way different. Easy Listening being one of them than what I initially had like conceived as. Like there's rock in this song that wasn't there for you know, like it was like, this is my country song basically.
Yeah.
And I think that still comes across. I think it actually comes across a lot better than it did when we were doing just the three of us. I think Spencer and Nick come in and like they caught that vibe or whatever, and it's hitting all the places that I want it to. But so yeah, my like 15-minute written country song that is actually about like somebody realizing like, there's actually like a lot of little hidden things in this song, but it's basically realizing that you're not into the same music as me, and what fucking happened to you? You used to be cool, you know. And that's like kind of like what this like, you ain't ready to, and then like I don't know, I had a little twist in there of like a girl that I was like kind of dating, and she wanted to fucking have hot girl summer kind of thing, and like I was like, okay, well, whatever. So in the like the last thing's like, but you wanna fuck boy, not me, you know.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to grow up, be serious, you know. So I don't know. Anyway, that's Easy Listening. Play the fucking video, John.
Goes unsaid when you ain't listening, 'cause you ain't trying to hear this. We go unseen, move closer to, but in between, we both stop learning. This ain't your scene, when things your heart's not beating. The drums are reading of easy listening, but you ain't ready to grow up.
Hell yeah.
Man, I was like watching what you were doing on
Yeah.
the oh,
Just
damn.
doing some production stuff while we're playing the video. Yeah.
Oh, hey, you said something about comments, and then like I think I totally derailed us on that.
Oh yeah, I
what
got
was in
them
there, man?
Yeah,
Is there a
so
couple-
Alberto dropped, you know, like started the show at a certain time, and Jenny bounced back and said, "Yeah, I swear that's when Found Square comes out." LOL. Yeah. So
what did
Jenny,
Alberto say?
Jenny B. Bledsoe show should not start before 10.
That's
in
the
my
only
opinion.
okay.
Yeah.
Like besides that comment, is that the only actual comment in there?
No, Jenny was commenting at the beginning. That's every single one of my shows.
Yeah, you just said that too.
And
What did
they all
Alberto
show up
say?
between 9:30 and 10:15, and then Alberto chimed in. Jenny B. Bledsoe show should start before 10.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
he leaving the house when there's still daylight. And Jenny said, "Yeah, I swear that's when Fountain Square comes out." And then that's when.
Oh,
I
we
said,
experienced that last night. Like, yeah, it was dark, and then there they all were. Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said. Like to me, if you're gonna start at 10, cool, but like 3 bands.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, that was the videos that we had from the Red Lighters. Amazing debut.
Amazing debut.
Oh,
Shout out Wayne
good.
Birch.
Felt so good.
Yeah.
So, like, there's just like this thing that had built up for like several weeks then, and like the like just kind of crunch time. Are we like, how's it gonna go and all that? And it was like a fucking dream, bro. Like literally surreal. Yeah, like that we play it and it was fucking good, and the crowd reaction was great. Like I was on fire with my rapport. Like, man, fucking, we played Emerald Pools, and like I came down and gave Ashley a little kiss at the end of the song.
That
It
was
like
sweet.
one of the cutest things I think I've ever pulled off.
I dropped something.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
I don't need it. It's too far.
Let's go ska. So yeah, anyway, so great. We got another show coming up in June. I want to say it's the 15th. I might be wrong about
It's the
that.
14th.
Day.
It's a
14th.
Tuesday.
There you go.
Yeah, it was
A Tuesday?
Yeah,
Tuesday.
it's Flag Day, baby.
I could have sworn it was a Thursday.
Nah, it's maybe it's a Thursday. Either way, it's on Flag Day. So
All right. Finally got a flag day.
gotta
gig,
find all
man.
the
We've
flag
been-
stuff I got.
You know, if you're in a band, like, you know, you want them holiday fucking shows.
Oh yeah,
It's
a
like
big
we've
one,
done
too.
Earth Day, we've done Thanksgiving, Halloween.
420.
Now, Flag Day, bro. We got to get a flag. We got to get a Red Lighters flag.
That'd be cool. Oh yeah.
So yeah, great show, great time. Can't wait to fucking see what we do next. And thank you guys. Like, obviously, Shep and I try to like make as much of our shows like about y'all and not about us.
Yeah.
But due to the circumstances, it felt like, you know, we just had a fucking
Yeah.
great debut of our new band,
Yeah.
and we wanted to like tell you guys about like the songs, and I don't know, it just felt
Fuck yeah.
right today to kind of do our thing.
Yeah.
and-
Without Jordan, Jordan wasn't able to make it. So for the Cooking Well Intoxicated. So
we'll try to get that rescheduled. At
Yeah,
some
for
point or
sure.
something, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt like
hope you're okay, Jordan. Hope
Yeah, for sure.
Hope you're doing all right, brother.
So we got some shows to tell you about coming up next week, or next weekend. And we'll get that taken care of, and then we'll get the fuck out of here. So next Friday at Longshot, Influence Midwest Invasion Tour. Got that? You're like way past me, I feel like.
Oh, my bad.
Come back like 3. Yeah, that's it.
This is Benny's.
Oh, it doesn't look like it is. To me, that looks like the one. There it is.
My bad.
All right. So, Indie Death Crew, and you see like no ring wrestling, all fucking chaos. Like, I want to know. I've mentioned it on this show several times. I'm a huge fucking wrestling fan. So, to see that shit at Longshot would be pretty cool. I'm definitely like planning on trying to be at that one, man. Yeah, we'll have to break the bank. Maybe we can work out something and like, hey, we're gonna report, and maybe I don't know, probably not. Get like press credentials or something. Shep, why don't I have we need press credentials, bud.
I mean, I can get
What are we even doing?
I just just do a press release and send it to
Yeah.
whoever. It's
All
not that
right.
big of a deal.
All right.
I can do it. I know how to do it. I've been doing it for years.
Can you do it by 2:00
2:00
with nail polish?
What time is it?
You want a toe? Get you a toe.
Oh, you know what time it is.
It's Big Lebowski, bro. Calm down. I thought you like new movies.
Guess
and
I'm
shit.
out of my element.
So that's going on next Friday. Yeah, you're out. The world doesn't start and stop at your convenience.
My
Shep.
bad.
And then at State Street Pub, we got Fed Ash, Cadaverette, and Iota. And State Street. I think there's another one on here that we were going to talk about the next night. William James has put together an open paint, free art collective. People, if you're an artist, like, come, and if you've got shit that you can like donate to the cause for people to paint and whatnot, bring it with you. But they will have stuff there provided. So if you're not an artist and you want to just like get around some artists and fucking hang and get inspired or something, or try art for the first time, great thing. If you're already an artist and you want to just be around other people and get fucking vibing, like, come, bring some shit. It's gonna be really cool. And I know he's looking for a DJ for that. So
Oh, no
you know, have somebody back there fucking playing some tunes too. So if you're interested in DJing the free paint gig like at State Street, hit up William James, get with him. He's looking for a DJ for that deal. And that starts at $5 suggested donations, but it's a free event. So and then that night at Punk Rock Night, it is our good friend Sid and Benny's wedding reception, and they're getting married earlier in that day, and they picked Shell Shots and Tight Like a Tiger and Mr. Clit and the Pink Cigarettes for that show, which is very much an honor to us to be who Benny and Sydney want playing their wedding party.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I feel like I need to like full on like wedding singer Robbie whatever from that. Like if I could find the fucking get up, I don't
That'd
know.
be dope.
Wouldn't that be good?
Hell yeah.
And you could do like the Boy George thing.
I don't know about that. I'm not sure that's gonna happen, buddy.
So hey, yeah, hopefully you guys join us like Ty Like a Tiger. We'd love to have you. Ben and Sydney, fucking like let's celebrate their wedding.
Hell
And
yeah.
it's gonna be such a great party that night. And Shell Shots and Mr. Clinton Pink Cigarettes, fucking awesome bands. And so it's gonna be, yeah, looking forward to that, man. And that's 3 shows for me in like fucking 8 days or whatever.
Oh
between
yeah. Yeah.
Lighters and then Sex Blanket last night.
Yeah, I'm kind
Tigers.
of yeah. I had
Right.
had Red Lighters Friday, and then this coming Saturday we're doing the
Tigers.
Tigers, and then the following Saturday we're my other
Six the
band
Ripper?
Sick the Ripper is playing for Maria Cadaver's birthday show.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
it's kind of neat. I love
So-
that. I love that shit. Hell
Busy times.
yeah. Maybe throw out who we got coming on the podcast Wednesday and then next
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, throw it up there,
Yeah.
man.
So this Wednesday, all the way from Bloomington, we got the Dangerously's. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And they got a show in Bloomington on the 25th.
Yeah, Polly's band.
Polly was like,
yeah,
"Hey, come to my show." I was like, "Man, I'm sorry, but kind of got something going on there."
down in Bloomington. Yeah, yeah. So you check. They're hanging out Wednesday, so be sure to tune in. Should be going on live around 8, somewhere between 8 and 9, depending on how their drive from Bloomington goes. So yeah, they're making a huge haul. So shout out to them. And then next Sunday for your weekend warriors, we've got none other than Rich Parker and this motherfucker.
The original Weekend Warrior.
Hell yeah. So yeah, Rich is
Gonna
gonna
be
be hanging
fucking
out,
awesome hanging out with
fighting
Rich.
traffic, fighting traffic to get here because the race is next weekend. So
It shouldn't be too bad coming this. I think it'll be all right.
hell yeah, and also
see.
don't forget June 21st.
Yeah, the show.
the midsummer
10-year
10-year
anniversary.
anniversary with
From
Gay
the-
Black Republican and Stealing Volume for a 2-band $5 holler midsummer celebration. Probably gonna bring the What's in the Box. That way we
Oh,
can
man.
have a little fun.
Oh, and you just remind me, we need to start. What am I licking?
No, what am I licking?
Yeah, that's my idea. We blindfold the guest and we fucking have them lick something and see if they can guess what they're licking, man.
Oh yeah, but be sure to come out to that one. It's
Yeah.
again, it's June 21st, a Friday at J. Clyde's. Doors are 8:30. Show starts at 9. 2 prominent, badass, fucking
Yeah.
local punk rock bands that have been around forever. Like I think Gay Black Republican's been around since 2004, 20 years.
20
Yeah,
years.
20 plus years,
Yeah.
and then Stealing Volume's been around since 08, so you know that's like 16 years.
Yeah.
Both solid bands. Fuck, it's gonna be dope.
Well, 2 of your favorite bands.
Yeah, sure, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah,
It's like I know, like Stealing Volume, and there was a point where I was like annoyed with you because you were listening so much, man.
fucking love their music.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
I'm glad they're playing the party, man. It's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna
It's
be
like
fun.
actually like I think almost 10 years to the day that I created the name Chop Liver too, bro. So
Whatever.
It's
bullshit. Don't listen to his lies. He lying. He lying.
So hey, thanks for joining us, guys, and enjoy your Sunday. We'll see you at all these shows and shit. We'll be out there, of course. So come party with the Weekend Warriors, and we will see you next time. Take care.
Hell yeah. I gotta go ahead and play the video now. Cheers.
Hey, it's Ben Ra. I can't make court. Tried to call Bull at least 1,000 times. Sure you've already heard about it. Chopped litter is a fucking bitch. All I have to do is answer the fucking phone and they would know last minute shit came up. I can't make it. Don't worry. We'll get our fucking $20. Fucking bastards. Not one of you can answer your fucking phones. Fuck you. Fuck all of you.